Good evening. Let me introduce myself. My name is Juta Margareta. I'm an electrical engineering student from Maritim Raja Ali Haji University. And now I want to explain the power of house design and Revit software, and how to count the materials and the cost to build a house. This is the house plan at Revit software, and the specification of the house is I have one sitting room, I have one family room, 3 bedroom, 1 kitchen, 2 toilets, and 1 terrace. This is the component that I use at my house. At the sitting room, I use two double switch and 3 electric socket. There is 4 lights, a television, a fan, a phone charger, and a laptop charger. Every light use 8 watts, so the total for the 4 lights is 32 watts. A television use 100 watts. A fan use 30 watts. A phone charger use 2 watts every hours. A laptop charger use 60 watts. And at the family room, I only use 1 electric socket and 1 fan. The fan used 30 watts. At the main bedroom, I use 1 switch, 1 single switch, and 2 electric sockets. There is a lamp, there is a light, a fan, and a phone charger. The lights use 8 watts. The fan used 30 watts. The phone charger used 2 watts every hours. And the first kid's bedroom, I use single switch. I use 1 single switch and 1 electric socket. There is a lamp, there is a light, and a phone charger. A light use 8 watts. A phone charger use 2 watts every hour. And at the second kid's bedroom, is same like the first kid's bedroom. I just use one electric socket and the switch, and there is a light and a phone charger. The light use 8 watts and the phone charger use 2 watts every hours. And at the kitchen, I use 1 double switch and 2 electrical socket. There is 2 lights, 1 refrigerator, and 1 rice cooker. Every light use 8 watts, so the total power for 2 lights is 16 watts. The refrigerator used 80 watts. The rice cooker used 300 watts. And for the first toilets, I only use 1 electric socket. There is 1 light that use 8 watts. And for the second toilets, I use 1 single switch and 1 electric socket. There is 1 washing machine and 1 light. The washing machine use 100 watts and the light use 8 watts. And the last is the terrace. The terrace use 2 lights, which every light use 8 watts. It means the 2 lights have 16 watts. Next. So at my house design, I use 200 20 volts MCB. Then we have to use, and to find the power, we have to use this formula. The formula is P equals V times I, where P is power, V is voltage, and I is intensity. So we input the value of V and I. The value of V is 220 volts and the value of I is 16 amperage. So the total is 3520 amperage volts, means 3520 watts. So this is the house plan of my house design at Revit software. We can see at this house plan, I have 2 lights at my terrace. I have 4 lights at my sitting room. I have 4 lights, 3 double switch, and 3 electric socket. And at my family room, I only use 1 electric socket. And at this main bedroom, I use 1 light, 1 single switch, and 2 electric socket. At this first kid's bedroom, I only use 1 light, 1 single switch, and 1 electric socket. And at this second kid's bedroom, I use 1 light, 1 single switch, and 1 electric socket. At the first toilet, I use 1 light, 1 single switch, and 1 electric socket. And at the second toilet, I only use 1 light and 1 electric socket. At the kitchen, I use 2 lights here and here, and 1 double switch here. And the last is I use 2 electric sockets. Next, this is the component that I use at my house. There is a pipes, electric cables, lights fitting, electric socket, switch, lamp, AMCB, AMCB box, an IMBO dust, AT dust, an electric elbow pipes, and electric ladders. So this is the table of the total cost electric installations. The first table is, we can see that I use 160 pace cables, 130 natural cables, and 110 ground cables. So the total is 400 meters. And at the second tables, we can see there's a component that I use at my house, and the total of the component and the cost of every component and the total cost of each component. For the example, this is the pipes. At this house, I use 100 sticks of pipes. So the cost of every pipes is 7,000 rupiah. So we got the total of the cost is 700,000 rupiah. So the cost of 100 sticks pipes is 700,000 rupiah. Same with all these components, like the electric cable, like the lights fitting. We can see the total of the component. You can see the cost of each component and the total of the components, the total cost of the component. Okay, I think that's all from me. Explaining about how to count the power from house design and Revit software, and how to count the materials and the cost to build the house. And please forgive me if there are any mistakes in my words or in my pronunciations. Thank you for attention and goodbye.